Hello and welcome back to Becky's Bible Thoughts. Before the world went into lockdown and everything went crazy everywhere, I felt like I had a pretty good purpose here in Uganda. I was leading Bible studies and writing resources and preaching, and then all of a sudden, all of that stopped. I'm sure lots of us have been in a kind of similar situation there, jobs that we could no longer do, unable to do the work we felt called to, or even just, to help with the grandkids or to fellowship with other believers in churches. It's quite easy to feel a little bit lost when all of those things that we have done for so long are suddenly stripped away from us. I started these videos partly because it was something that I've wanted to do for a while and haven't really had the time to invest into it. Partly because I wanted to help to encourage people through this really strange and difficult time, just to remind all of us that whatever is happening in this world, God is still on the throne. God is still in control. And partly, just to give my weeks a little bit of structure, if I'm honest, knowing that I had something to prepare for each week. And it's given me a reason to dig into the Bible a little bit more deeply than just skim reading through a daily Bible reading plan each day. So this has been as much for me as it's been for you, whoever is watching this right now. And yet, despite all of that, despite all of those really good reasons for doing this, there was a day last week when I felt utterly and completely discouraged. There was no real reason for it. Nothing bad had happened. Nothing at all had happened in particular. It came off the back of a really good and positive and productive day even. But I woke up and all I felt was just, what is the point? What's the point in writing books that no one's going to read? What's the point in filming videos that no one's going to watch? That was how I was feeling that day. And I managed to drag myself through my morning exercise, and then I just kind of sat and stared at the wall. And even getting up, and the thought of getting up and having a shower felt like too much work. I'm being real with you here today. This is just something that I was feeling last week, and I can only describe it as just feeling utterly defeated. But thankfully I am such a creature of habit that even though I wasn't really in the mood to do anything at all, I still picked up my Bible and read through the passages set for me that day, because that is just what I do every day. So I stumbled upon this one little verse in Luke chapter 6 and verse 45. It says, "A good person produces good things from the treasury of a good heart, and an evil person produces evil things from the treasury of an evil heart. What you say flows from what is in your heart." And it got me thinking, that little verse, what is in my heart today? What is in my heart that all I want to say is forget it? I just can't be bothered. It's not worth it. What seed of discouragement am I allowing to take root in me right now that is stopping me from remembering who I really am? The words that we speak, the words that come out of our mouths, they can be a great check for us, I think. We don't need to sit and feel guilty about one negative comment that we've made, or for letting discouragement get the better of us from time to time. That is a very human nature thing that we deal with. But we should use those words as a reminder to check on the status of our hearts. So it's a really weird time in this world right now, and of course things can get discouraging. You've not failed if you had a day like me where all you want to do is just get back into bed and sleep the day away and hope the next one will be a little bit better. That's okay. But it's a good idea to spend some time with God and discover if there's anything in your heart that needs sorting out. So I spent a bit of time in prayer after reading that verse and, did a little bit of soul searching. And with some gentle prompting from God, I started to realize that the source of my particular discouragement was related to what other people were thinking about me and the things that I was achieving in this time. I was only looking at the negative. I was looking at the literary agents that I've sent my newest novel to who haven't replied yet. And I was thinking about the recognition of numbers that social media drives us to use as a measuring tool for success. God very gently reminded me that none of that matters. What matters is who I am in Christ. What matters is that I am a child of the living God, his beloved daughter, who he is proud of. Discouragement still lingered in the back of my mind that day. It didn't just go away. But before it could get a foothold in my mind or in my heart, I told it what I know to be true, that God created me, that he gave me the gifts that I have to use for him, for his glory, regardless of what other people may think or feel about it. And as I started to just pray through that, to think through that, there was this huge lightening that came with that revelation. The discouragement was still there, but it wasn't such a heavy weight that I was carrying anymore. I encourage you, just listen to the words that you're speaking today. What are you saying? If those words are discouraging or damaging or depressing, then don't feel guilty about it. This is not what this is about. But do take this opportunity to look into your heart, to think about what you are listening to, who you are listening to. What you say flows from what is in your heart. And the very best place to deal with whatever you may be facing right now is at the source. Thank you so much for listening today. I pray that you would be able to have some time with God this week and just think about what it is that's in your heart that may be flowing out through the words that you're speaking. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.